before to find balance in your life? Well, I have. Life is a lot like football. One step at a time. You control it. With every strength in your body, maintaining possession and control at all times. Any football coach throughout the country will tell you that you approach the game one play at a time. 3 downs, 3 chances to move the chains into the right direction. Whether it be your goal, your dream, or in my case, my balance. 3 opportunities before you give away your power to the opposition. First, I will tell you about the rocky relationship between me and my father and how we prevailed. Second, I will tell you about how my Mexican heritage has influenced who I am today. And third, I will tell you how common interest for classic automobiles has brought together worldwide brotherhood. That being said, let's begin now. Craving my father's attention has led me into uncharted waters. There is nothing more heartbreaking than knowing that you have absolutely nothing in common with your father. Wondering if he will ever look at you and tell you how proud of you he really is. Throughout my childhood, I wondered why my father would never play catch with me. Never once giving me a compliment or taking a few minutes of his time to do something that I wanted to do. Everything had to be done his way, or there was a consequence. Fortunately for me, I never did anything to see if he was bluffing or not. I was afraid of him. Time has passed, and now I'm an adult. He calls me once a month just to see how I'm doing. We talk for like 5 minutes. See, I love my father. I would love to have a better relationship with him. But I'm afraid of taking more hits to the heart. According to David Rico, PhD, a psychotherapist, a teacher, and author of When the Past is Present, published in 2008, he states that to let go and move on in life can feel like a loss of connection as well as a loss that comforts us. As I grow older, I see myself not hesitating in giving my father the opportunity to take a shot at me. It's almost as if I expect him to say something hurtful or discouraging. It feels good to have that power for a couple minutes, but it eats me alive. So I do love my father. He is who he is, and I have to accept him for who he is. I've made my peace with him. And even though it's a working process, we're taking it 1 yard at a time. David Rico, PhD, also states that to let go is to lose control of an outcome, a scary possibility to those who still feel driven to make a plan and see that it is completed as they want it to be. Irrespective to the unruly given, the life is unpredictable. But now let's move on to a different part of who I am. Ever since I was a little kid, I remember celebrating Mexican independence and el Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, which are 2 of Mexico's most celebrated holidays. Why do I celebrate them? My family have always embraced our tradition and culture, and even though at times they couldn't answer my questions. I've always been an artist at heart. I'm a writer and I speak my mind. It wasn't long before I discovered instrumentals. Finding the topic to write about isn't difficult. I love to read, and once I find an interesting topic, I do the research and just let my pen do the talking. A friend of mine discovered a hidden talent in me. I could speak, write, and read Spanish fluently. He said, "Why don't you write and record music in Spanish? Your voice has that force and that raw sound." I didn't know if I could do this. But if I was going to pull this off, I had to dig deeper into my roots. According to Manuel Gonzalez, a professor of history at Diablo Valley College and author of Mexicanos, published in 2008, he states that in order to understand the people of Mexico and their culture, it is necessary that you go back to the 16th century. With this being said, my music consists of daily and historic events. My music consists of daily and historic events throughout the world, but mostly Mexico. And this right here is just a small painting of two different tribes. You have the Aztec tribe here, and then you have the more modern tribe that we currently have. And it's just a little visual of the 16th century till recent time. And now moving on to my last stop. One of the most misunderstood lifestyles is that of the Lowrider Car Club, founded in '85. Lowriding is a Chicano lifestyle that was created by Chicanos to bring unity among La Raza. Who's in the house? Vehicles Car Club. Ever since I was a little kid, I looked up to my uncle. I think about what he's created, and I'm proud to be his nephew. We don't just restore cars. We network among each other. And we do anything for the family and a lot of activities positive in the community. Sure, we have our small percentage of knuckleheads and conservative folks, but that's what makes us who we are. Every member is a unique brother with his own story to tell, and who am I to judge? I'm doing my best to earn my plaque. This is my other family. So let's come back to the three things that balance my life. I've told you how me and my father have prevailed from our rocky relationship. I've told you how my Mexican heritage has influenced my music. And I've told you how persons with similar common interests could come together. Although a metaphor relating to football may not be ideal for you, I'm sure you can think of another creative way of approaching obstacles in your life. So remember, the next time you're faced with a defender in your way, dodge left, dodge right, and run towards your goal, your dream, or your balance.